I think you're going to need to leave this one into the beginning, because, ladies and gentlemen, as we begin the Torchlit Tavern today, Mitch and Randall are trying the first ever tag team double
tandem unpause.
Tandem unpause, yeah.
We can work on it.
I'll give it a 7.
We'll work on it.
I'd give it a 6.
What do you do it? You heard it be 6. We can't. That's not passing.
It wasn't a good hit.
Unpause.
That was solid.
That's at least an 8.
Yeah, that was much better.
I'm going to say 7.5, but...
Well, what you needed to do was you needed to aim through the hand. That's the secret.
No, because then you slip past it.
Yeah,
No. You got to go through the hand. The trajectory must be
Hi,
aimed
and welcome back
to
to
the side.
Torchlit Tavern. My name is Jameson Oxford.
That's important. No,
I'm
sorry.
Master.
Yes, welcome back to Torchlit Tavern. I am the master of Dillon's continued pain, and I'm going to start off with I'm bringing the random fact of the day. If you want to get that solid high five, you got to aim for the elbow. You got to drive through their hand and try to hit them in the elbow. And if you do that, that high five will be solid, loud, and satisfying.
Hey,
point made.
Future Randall wants to tell you something real quick. Fuck off!
Unpause.
That's all going in. It was all important. To my left.
Once again, Sit Strong, playing Papadopoulos, the now very pissed off dwarf. Because we've been here before, just up above. But now, we're in my native element. So, Pound Town will come.
You are in Pound Town.
Indeed.
And to his left is Bruce, who is making his way downtown, finding these ladies, gonna stab them.
And honestly, I'm just Dillon's continued pain. And it is Randall returning as Dillon. Everything is awful.
Pain. Everything's pain.
Life is pain, in the words of my brother.
Wrapping us up is Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Yep. That's Jeff, or as you may know me, the gentleman skeleton, Mr. Grimm.
There were 3 hat tips.
And it's been a while since we really said it. A couple episodes back, we did level up. I didn't make a point of it.
We did.
Yes. Yeah, you're all level 6. Yeah, I know you did it. Shut up, troll.
Not 7.
You're 6. Shut your mouth.
Such a fucking troll.
Don't carry trolls from the group chat. These people don't know it. Leave that pain for me alone.
Yeah, we don't have a group chat.
Yeah, we don't plan things.
That would be organization. We don't have that.
What?
So we have a 6th level sorcerer, a 6th level rogue, a 6th level fighter, and a 6th level wizard. You guys are the solid bunch. Not a lot of cherry picking going on, unlike that other son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, we come back, and a name just got uttered. That
Oh yeah, let me get back in character.
yeah, we're lost in the catacombs.
Do you want me punching the dick to help you, like...
No, that's what.
Monitor?
Shut up!
Just, I think I do a good enough job.
Yeah.
You're lost in the catacombs trying to track down these ghouls that have kidnapped children, and you believe that they may be working for the cult of Vina, a cultist group known for kidnapping children and either trying to change them into cultists themselves or using them as sacrifices. Last thing that happened was Dillon, ahead of the group scouting, heard a name from his past.
Probably just a coincidence. As I have my hand crossbow and truncheon ready, I'm just like, coincidence? It's obviously a coincidence, Dylan. It's... Hey, 1-800 douchebag, you up there?
So if the DM just put Dillon on blast, does that make it a blast from the past?
Stop it.
Bruce is skipping down a hallway. Bruce is not rolling stealth checks. In about a round, the people that you overhear saying, will hear Bruce coming.
I was going to say, so Bruce is going down the hallway, skipping in full
Yes.
heavy armor.
In plate. Full plate, yeah.
Are
Full
the
plate.
kids in there?
With a glowing sword.
With a glowing
you
sword.
hear them, you don't see them yet.
Damn it, I can't believe I'm going to do this.
Can I see him?
Not yet. We're behind.
No, you guys are behind
I
by
bumped it.
moving at a normal pace. You're behind by 2 rounds.
Okay.
He can choose at this point to go back to alert you, or move forward.
I can't believe I'm going to do this, but it's...
I can.
With
Doesn't matter
his
what you're
loud
gonna
ass
do.
coming, I know I need to do it.
Warn the party.
I pull out a thunderstone.
That would be the smart move, is warning the party.
No, we don't do that.
This might satisfy both.
I'm going to peek around the corner, see if I can see them while stealthing.
Roll stealth.
Advantage. Oh my god! Mitch!
2 Mitches.
Worst.
Yeah!
You're the worst rogue.
7.
You're the worst
You're
rogue.
No,
literally
that's
the worst
right.
rogue.
You peek around a corner and you poke your eye out, and just the worst of luck. They just happen to be looking at that, and they just see you, and you just see these two people end their little argument, and go,
Ah, pocket sand! And I throw the thunderstone at him.
"No one's prepared for pocket sand."
Especially
I
with...
like Jay's wording. You peek around the corner and you poke out your eye.
Oh my god!
What is my save for a thunderstone?
I believe it's a DC 10. Let me pull it up because I did save it.
I was going to say, it should be like around a 14.
No, I think well
No,
because
that-
nothing grows like super fast because of the
No.
way proficiencies have changed.
It's a
DCs
DC
never need to
14.
go
It's a
very high.
DC 14 con.
Oh, it is a
Sorry,
DC
He was
14.
right.
Okay,
DC
so-
10 is Alchemist Fire.
What type of save?
Constitution.
Okay. Alright, so one of them saves, and the other one is blinded? Deafened.
And deafened, and the one that failed it takes a D4 of thunder damage.
Okay, so the one that saw tries to call out and shields their eyes. The other one turns just in time to catch the... How much damage?
1 point of thunder damage, and they're blind and deaf.
Okay, blind and deafened.
They have to make... they can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Roll initiative. You guys hear a thunderstone.
And
About
crack
60 feet.
And bang.
And me yelling.
Yeah, yeah. What did we roll?
For initiative?
Yes.
Natural 20.
Damn.
6.
Okay.
11.
Oh, 9.
9. Bruce.
Is there something that gives you advantage on,
Initiative?
yeah. I thought I read that earlier. I don't know why I would have.
There's a feat.
Oh no, it's my sword.
Your feet?
Yeah.
My sword.
Yeah,
Oh,
there are ones up
you have
there.
alertness.
My swordsies.
That
It's down here.
You're up.
I don't know. It's the sword.
No, it's up there. I keep telling
No, it's not up there. It's not it right there. That's not it right there.
That's not it
It's
right
it
there.
right there. That's it
Yeah.
right there, yeah.
you. He's done. -1.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10.
Other than Strana, who rolled lower
Ridiculous.
than 20.
Lower than 20? All three of us?
Alright, Strana, you're up.
Cool.
You've got about 60 feet of distance to cover.
I cast. Well, there's only the 2
Yeah.
that I can see.
I don't know.
No, you can't see anything.
You don't
No,
know.
see
you're
anything.
behind.
You just heard
Well,
the
I'm
thunder.
behind.
You have to
You
get
just
to
heard
the you have to get to
thunder
the branch, which is about 30 feet, and then he's about 30 feet down the branch.
Okay. So, actually, what's going to happen is I'm going to be suspicious and sneak my ass up there. Not terribly well, but I'm going to sneak my ass up there.
So you move at about half speed, double move, 30 feet. You come to the branch.
40 feet. Yeah.
Just come to the branch and
I
call
come
it.
to the branch.
At that point, you're not certain which direction the sound came from. Make some sort of check and tell me what you choose.
Investigation.
Okay.
See where the... that's still a...
You're not sure which way to go,
11.
as...
It's an 11 for seeing
Alright, so you-
newly crossed paths.
So... Oh, I need my...
Where has the dirt been scuffed recently?
I'm so fucking shook. God damn it.
We'll come to that.
That's on.
Ain't no such thing as halfway
That's
cooks.
on. And that's on.
Alright. The one that did not get blinded immediately turns and fires the spell, the Sacred Flame.
Oh, I'm familiar.
Yeah, a purple flame just explodes forth from her and tries to strike you. It does. And Randall is lit up for 7 radiant damage.
I'll half it to...
Oh wait, my apologies. These guys are a little stronger. 9.
I'll half it to 4.
Okay.
Because you round down in this game.
Okay. And the other one casts Spiritual Weapon. Rolled concentration, succeeded.
Alright.
Yay.
Well, now I can roll another con save to get out of that at the end of its turn.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
At the end.
Sorry, I thought you were making a joke about your paralysis.
I'm being
Because it's the same shit. Yeah. Oh, all right. That's a 19.
Yeah, I beats it.
All right, so you see her wiping her eyes and finishing
I'm
things
doing
up.
one of these.
Yeah.
Small little wave.
Yeah. Who rolled next heist?
10.
I rolled 11.
I rolled 9.
So I'm gonna try and clear the distance right now. But I'm gonna pop a shot with the hand crossbow as I do. So I'm gonna shoot the one I've blinded and deafened first, because go for the weak prey.
Okay.
So, 17 to hit.
Okay. Oh, yeah, hit.
Okay.
I'm like running damage.
And that'll be 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Plus 1 crossbow bolts.
All right, so Nick just thunked into their what have you, their thigh.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to cripple
Right in the
him.
ouchie bit.
You hear the sound of someone cursing as they get wounded. Bruce, you're up.
I feel that this will work, so I'm going to do 2 takes just in take. Okay.
Come sit down.
Cut
Yeah.
one if it doesn't
You-
work.
His leg hurts.
Oh, okay.
And I want to be Dick. So Bruce hears the sounds of combat, and a happy giddy Bruce just begins to rapidly skip down the hallway. And that is what you hear as Bruce approaches. Cut it if you need to. That's why I separated the
it's
vial.
gotta be.
It's weird what sound effects don't, like, when he was doing his Foley work and it came across fine. It was weird.
Yeah.
But, alright. So, yeah, you come skipping down the hallway. How fast do you move?
Don't
You get
move
to the
60.
branch.
Yeah.
You get to the branch. Which way do you go? Roll a dice and you'll know.
Oh, okay, I was going to say.
You get to roll.
Oh, that's right, because we hadn't figured out direction yet, had we?
He was ahead of you, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll a D2.
I mean, or you could do that.
Wow.
What'd you roll?
20.
Alright. You know that he went down the branch and comes to the left because that's where you can hear combat.
And he moves 60 feet so he can get to
I
a
get
distance.
there.
You are next to... Did you move in?
Yeah, I moved in to try
You
and
move
close
in
the
just in
distance.
time to see Dillon turning the corner and firing.
Where are the kids, by the way?
There are no children in here.
Oh. Oh well.
Now that you've reached the area and thrown your thunderstone, there's nothing, no children, no sign of them.
So, I stealth with a roll of 23.
Okay.
And then,
How do you fucking...
Right?
because unlike you, I'm proficient.
The sorcerer is proficient in stuff. Okay.
So I stealth, and I move forward. I only have 30 feet movement, so I just go.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can double move.
Okay, sure. I'll take a double move.
Okay.
So I get there.
Yeah, and you, once again, you come to the branch, but...
I know where I'm going.
Yeah. You find yourself right next to Bruce, and you see that there's a person shaking their head and clearing out their eyes, and Dillon has started the assault.
Well, I wasn't gonna pepper them.
Bob,
Right. So, I'm now hearing this going on.
cast sleep on them, please. Cast sleep
okay.
right on Dillon.
I'm okay with that.
No, they need to be damaged a little bit to make sure they go down.
He damaged them a little bit. Cast sleep on Dillon. Okay, go ahead.
Another round.
Why do you hate us, Jay?
Hey, you.
Because Bruce has to get there. He can't cast sleep yet. Bruce isn't in
The
range.
truth comes out, Jay.
Hey, you.
All right, so let's see. I will now go ahead and haste myself.
Okay. And you find yourself with the group hasted now. You're done. Lots of prep.
Yes, it's always lots of prep.
A
Listen,
spiritual weapon moves, and rather than... And it goes to strike Dillon.
Bring it.
Charmer class, Dillon?
15.
That's one attack. Why am I rolling twice? Okay.
I don't know. It terrified me, though.
Disadvantage?
That's going to be 8 damage. No, because he shook it off last round.
I'll have
fair.
I
it.
was thinking it would be disadvantaged. I think it was auto.
I'll have it.
And the other one casts Shield of Faith. And they prepare for a very scary thing.
Skipping.
The 710 of the greater afterlife is here. As I'm going to take cover off to the side. And are there like pews? Is this like what?
The room is it just seems to be this small chamber that they just happen to be off to the side arguing in. It's difficult to tell what anything is down here. It's all old city or undercity. It's your best guess. Might have been a waiting room or a larder.
Well, I'm going to dip off to the side and try and get to cover, maybe behind stone or leftover stuff.
You find a crumbling pile where some of the roof caved in.
I'm going to pop a shot at him as I take cover. And, if you don't mind. Miss. What? Crazy. 12.
Close. Not quite.
Of course.
Brucey.
Who's closest?
That are equal.
They're standing together.
Yeah, they're standing side by side.
Does one have some sort of armory nonsense?
No, they're actually both in just the black.
No, like a spell armor or something, right?
Yeah, one's shielded in a purple light.
That's shiny. Bruce goes to that one. And on a 23, Bruce clubs her upside the head with the bleeding cup.
Jesus.
Choo choo.
He does 11 damage with that.
Jesus. Alright.
And grabs.
Oh yeah. Tavern Brawler.
I don't think I do. That's
Athletics.
only a 13.
I mean, it's a...
Contest.
Yeah.
That grabs.
And then Bruce attempts to run her through with the long sword of warning,
So you have 2 attacks.
ironically, for 17.
It's important to note that sword never switched to red.
17?
17 to hit.
As the sword enters her... Yeah, it hits. As the sword enters her gut.
That's another 13 damage.
Yeah, as the sword enters her gut, she doesn't go down, but the sword seems to be confused as to who's wielding it, and it turns red.
I'm scared.
The sword's uncomfortable.
The sword, a sword's a dumb thing. It doesn't know who's holding it. It just knows that it's in something, and this thing might own it, and this thing's in danger.
He's being stabbed. There's danger here somewhere.
Jeff.
He is the danger. You got
Bruce is beaming.
How far away? How
Jesus
far
Christ.
away are they from where I am?
Everybody was stacked outside the doorway. They're like 30 feet in front of you, or less.
Okay.
20. Let's say 20.
I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness and use Twin Spell to use 2 more magic points. It's going to be sorcerer points.
Okay.
So that I'll be able to hit both of them.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah. Isn't it, though?
Meta Magic's a great thing they added.
Sorcerer's got some cool stuff. I missed the meta magic, and I didn't realize that it was hiding in sorcerer.
Yeah, it is. It's hiding in sorcerer. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's see, make arrangement. It's a target. So let's fucking hope it rolls.
Do your turn, because Bob's just over here just kneading and grinning, and it's scary.
So that's +6, so it's 19.
It's one hit. You need to roll 2 separate attacks, right? Still?
Yeah, it's 2 spells.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, not all the way off the book, please. And that one's a 19 before I add anything to it.
Okay. So go ahead and roll damage. Do they get a save of any time?
They're not against the damage, but they have to make a Constitution saving throw if they. On a failed save, it's also poisoned until
fail.
next turn. Okay, so you're taking 2d8 of poison damage, which will be 4 for 1, and the other one gets 11.
Jesus.
Shit. Alright, so 11 and 4. That's 28. Right? Yeah, 28 damage.
Just imagine a ray
Almost
going over
taking
Bruce's
22.
shoulder and just beaming this motherfucker in the head.
Bob.
Good
Is
shot.
anything left standing?
Yeah, they're both still standing. They all look good.
This is excellent timing then. Level 2 sleep.
You're the Antichrist.
Moderation is key.
I'm gonna go ahead and just give you you come around the corner and you can take in that you won't need a level 2 sleep.
Level 1 is his.
You don't know his rolls.
Yeah, do a level 1 sleep.
16, 23, 26, 31. Or no, 32.
32?
32.
Alright, what's 32 minus 15?
17.
17. Who has less than 17 health?
But he's not in range.
And it doesn't matter for him.
And it
The
doesn't
other
matter
two-
That doesn't
regardless.
matter, yeah.
A slight bit of drowsiness goes over you on the outer edge of it, but it doesn't take effect as the other two crumple into a ball of sleeping, helpless, bloody, soon
Poisoned.
to die from poison mess. How much poison damage do they take on their turn? Because it's their turn.
I think you said 2d8.
Well, that's what I gave him in the first place, but
Yeah, usually the follow-up
it's also a
spells.
poison until the next year. It just says also poison until the end of your next turn.
Until the end of your... Okay, so it happens on your turn. What do you do, Dillon?
I pull out some rope.
Okay. Do you tell them they're poisoned?
No.
Okay.
Didn't bother. So you saw the ray. If you know what it is, you know what it is. I feel
Roll
like
Arcana.
I would be one of them.
Yeah, I'll let you do things
I don't
because you have a
know.
knowledge base. Roll Arcana.
15.
Ray of
You
sickness.
recognize that is ray of sickness. They will die.
No.
What?
Nope. They're going to die.
They're going to die of poison.
Let's find out where the children are, perhaps.
Yeah, then we should probably stop him from dying.
Yeah. Who can do that?
Is it my turn?
We're out of combat.
Why would you stop them? From
Bruce leaves his long sword of warning buried to the hilt in this girl's gut and starts to whistle.
I reach into his pocket, pull out the healer's kit.
And he rolls an 11 to snap her neck.
We need to find the children, and we need her alive for that, Bruce. At least for a little while longer.
I grab the healer's kit, go in shock, and walk over to the other one. And try-
Bruce kneels over the other one and says, "Not yet," with his motivational speech, and gives her 8 temporary hit points.
Okay.
You shouldn't die yet. You really shouldn't.
Do they get a save at the end of their turn to see if the poison's done? Or
no.
on their turn?
No, when they fail it, they get poisoned again. So that you already failed it, you get poisoned again.
Is it just once?
Or
Or is it ongoing? That's my question.
It only says it only says on sale.
On hit,
failed
the
save.
target takes 2d8 poison damage. It doesn't say it does more damage after the initial damage.
Yeah, it doesn't say it doesn't more. It doesn't say
So
it
they shouldn't
stops.
die, actually.
Oh, okay.
No. Okay. So
Well,
It just says
Poison, I believe, is
It
one of those
is-
debilitating effects when they do shit.
oh, okay.
they probably have like con save, weakness, disadvantage, or some shit.
Yeah, probably have disadvantage on things.
Yeah.
Usually.
Good to know. Okay.
Not like old poison.
Stuff has changed, okay?
Not like
Change
old,
is bad.
old poison was awesome because you could make it do it.
Alright, so I tie up the one surviving after being traumatized by what Bruce just did.
This is like the first time you've witnessed Bruce make a conscious decision to end a life.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it right now. My world's kind of falling apart now.
Because, the previous one where we did say they died could have been an accident. Could have been an overuse of force.
This was... They were helpless.
Bruce is still beaming.
I just tie him up and don't look at Bruce.
God damn.
Bruce recovers his sword from the other one and wipes it off on the robes, the one that's still left.
I
turn the one over and turn out the pocket/pouches and see what the fuck it can tell me.
I'm gonna look at Bruce after tying up and say,
424.
you kill one more helpless person, you're under arrest.
They're not people.
You're gonna be under arrest the next time you do that.
They're animals.
You're under arrest the next time you do that. This is your only warning.
Kill an animal.
Yeah,
we're all animals.
there's
That's
such a thing as an animal abuse.
Who's gonna stop me?
Me.
What is?
Bruce just
I'm
stares at you.
gonna look at Bop and go, "What's animal abuse?
They're strange. They really are.
Do they not know that they're animals?"
Speak up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
got it.
Exactly. Note that I and the skeleton whisper at each other. That's
Yeah.
Note, we whisper at each other.
Learn stage whisper.
Yeah.
Why are... No.
Yeah. What's animal abuse?
That doesn't matter, bro. We're going to kill it anyway in
Okay.
the torturing section.
I slapped her
Yeah, I
awake
mean, of
after
course.
tying her up and having
Gotta
that
find out
conversation.
information.
Mr. Skeleton Friend. Where are
Yes.
the others?
I look.
The blood
The
upon
blood,
the floor has covered a good 10-foot square, and the ley line is like it goes further down into a room toward the back.
Do we hear anything from that room?
And you start to also, once you see that, you start to hear the tap, 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 in the distance behind you guys.
Okay. Oh my god.
I know do I know what the tap is?
Yeah, you recognize it's Dwarven Morse code.
It's like
we
support's here.
Yeah, coming, or nearing.
En route.
Yeah, en route.
Yeah. Support is here. I'm going to go guide. And I go guide the support.
I'm going to interrogate. Since I'm the only guard here.
Alright, so she wakes up and she's about. What'd you roll on for your rope?
Yeah, I didn't roll yet.
Yeah, roll me a
17 plus whatever.
for what? What's the skill?
I don't know.
They got ready to use rope.
Yeah, they did.
Was it Dungeoneering's gone too, huh?
If you want to use sleight of
usually
hand,
use
I'm
sleight
great
of
at that
hand.
now.
I imagine it'd be sleight of hand or survival.
Okay.
Because you're using sleight of hand to
Sleight of
combat
hand.
their escape.
26.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow,
So
I chose good expertise for my last
I mean, it's basically sleight of hand versus sleight of hand, more or less.
Yeah. Or survival versus.
Well, she was asleep when I tied her, so.
Yeah. I mean, what if she tries to break your knots? That's the DC. Okay. So what do you ask?
I want to. I looked at the ley lines, and then I'm gonna bend in and grab her by the face, and with the intimidation of, I had my charisma to that, right?
Yeah.
Intimidation, yeah.
Should say it on there, yeah. So with the intimidation of 22, I look her dead in the face and go, "Tell me all your secrets."
I hate everyone.
She gets a very alarmed look on her face as the strange skeleton man cuts in front of Dillon's face and says that to her. But she seems rattled enough that she seems to be at a loss for words. What do you want to do, Dillon?
I push him back slightly. Listen, what my partner here is trying to say.
Good cop, bone cop.
Listen, right now we're in a dungeon. And on my report, it can either read arrested or died from wounds in the scuffle. And he would very much
Bad
like...
cop, bone cop.
He would very much like for the second, you know. But I'm trying to play this by the book, and you gotta help me out if you want that. And I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Okay.
Oh
Side question: how long of in-game time have we had since the first battle?
From down the hall.
Would it have been?
What do you say?
Where are the children? From down the hall.
What did you ask?
I asked, since the beginning where we were fighting the ghouls, how much in-game time has passed, roughly?
An hour.
Oh, so my claws probably just wore off. Like, I grabbed her by the face and they wore off.
And they sort of shrink in that moment. Oh, it's
14 persuasion.
a 14 persuasion.
So, how's this gonna play out? I gotta know if you're willing to help me. It's either you talk to me or you talk to him. I don't want you to talk to him, but if you're not gonna help.
She speaks up and she says, "If I help you, will I get out?"
I'll bring you straight to the prison. You'll get a nice cot.
No. I leave.
I don't know. You gotta tell me something. I can't promise you something if you're just gonna say, oh, you know, take 2 lefts and a turn, then you're helping me out. But if that's not much, I can find my way.
I don't want to die.
Quality of information equals quality of reward.
Can you promise me that? And she looks at Bruce.
There's a loud
And
thump.
the skeleton.
There's a loud thump as Bruce drops to his ass on the floor. And he's just sitting there. His sword is now put away, with the moths landing on his hand. And he's just smiling and staring at the weird
I will
cave
turn you
moths.
over to the proper authorities, not these guys. But you need to talk quick.
Oh, I wouldn't mind letting you go. How far you get is the fun part.
You're going to want to talk to me.
They want to use the children to summon Lilith.
Alright, who's they? I already put together there's a ritual. You guys talk loud.
Yeah, members of the cult and new allies. I'm too low to know who they are.
What do they look like?
There's a man who dresses rich. He seems to come from the Desert Kingdoms.
Wait, a man?
Yes.
Isn't your... You know what? I'm never going to keep up with gods and cults and all that, so we're just going to move past. Alright, who's your leader? Yeah, give me that. You know them.
I can't tell you that.
Do you want to...
I am more afraid of her than you.
So you're so afraid of Akara that you're not willing to tell me anything?
Oh, no, she's in charge of this ritual. She's not.
Okay, who's she?
She's the cultist. She's.
Give me a description.
This is her. She's tall.
What race?
Half orc.
How long has she been with you guys?
Sorry, my mistake. Full orc, I believe, is canon.
Oh no, that makes... okay, now I can't breathe that sigh of relief that I just did. Anyways,
The best things to redact, or you being happy?
how long she been with you?
A month, 2. Can I go now?
Is the cavalry here? The dwarves?
Yeah, they.
Yeah, I go out and get them to go.
You start to hear the clanking of a couple things of armor, and Bop is talking to a few voices. A couple of them sound like they're not as low pitched, and they're not speaking in Dwarvish. So you're assuming that it's not just dwarves coming to your aid.
So I pick her up, escort her to the cavalry, the dwarves, hand her over to whoever's in charge.
Yeah, as you come back to the branching room and you bump into Bob leading a group, and it's about 3 or 4 armored dwarfs, 2 of which are speaking in low tones to Bob. And along with them is also a man in radiant, bright, shiny full plate that you met at the King's dinner. You remember as Daedalus.
Yeah.
On top of that is a man in a dark cloak with subtle skull motifs that you've also met named Erlindor, who lives in Bruce's home.
Yeah. So I hand her over. And I just go, these are your tunnels, your work site.
Mm-hmm.
You're a criminal.
Oh, God damn it.
So I hand her over to the dwarves and say, this is one of the cultists.
Alright. Does she have information for us? Should we pull out the screws as one of the dwarves? And Daedalus immediately goes, we don't torture people.
I interrogated.
Do we?
I interrogated
As
her.
Bob just nods from the background.
I interrogated her. They're doing a ritual to summon their god.
Uh-huh.
They're trying to sacrifice the children for that. They are trying... they have a new ally, a man, which is odd for the cult, who comes from the Desert Kingdoms by the description.
Alright, Daedalus is nodding along. He's like, okay, cool.
She's
While you're doing that, Erlindor is also moving amongst everyone, and he sees you. Ah, yes, Hornick spoke of you, my friend. And he looks at you and he says, I understand you're on our business. And he waves your hand. He's like, as strange as this makes me feel, as all your bones knit back together. Oh, it did work. Yes, you are not typical undead, are you? And while you're speaking, he starts to do it to you as well.
So am I healed?
Yeah, you're healed. Bruce, are you still in the other room?
Yeah, Bruce.
Alright, so he does bop, and then he gets to you finally.
No, my scrape.
And then he walks away from you guys to go do Bruce. And Daedalus is he's listening to your report. He's like, oh, yes, great, this is good news.
And as I'm holding the cultists, they're a low-rank member. They don't really know who's in charge. I just squeeze their wrist to really signal that. And push them towards the dwarves.
Okay, so
they didn't have much.
Yeah, the dwarves immediately take her, and they replace your hempen rope, they cut it and immediately put her in the largest, scariest set of stone and iron shackles you've ever seen in your life.
Can I get a copy of this? Just
Maybe later.
Just one stone or one?
They weigh about 20 pounds.
I have a bag of holding.
One of the dwarves looks at the other dwarf, and he's like, well, I mean, yeah, fuck it. And he pulls out a big, hefty stone manacle set.
Goes straight into the bag. I don't even pretend.
So Daedalus says, as Erlindor walks away, he's like, we got word that there is an undead infestation beneath the city, and standard protocol is to call in us. And he points to in Orlinder's direction. He is to investigate, figure out what's causing it, and I'm here to put it down.
I'm going to look at Erlindor and go, so should we develop a secret handshake if we're going to keep meeting like this?
Erlindor walked past you already.
Oh.
To go heal Bruce.
Yeah, to go find the other.
Yeah, if you wish to talk to Erlindor, you can follow him more.
I wish to, because I.
You gonna follow Erlindor?
Yeah,
okay.
He healed me. Plus, he mentioned Hornagan. That's the first guy I met.
We'll just move everybody into the room.
Yeah.
They follow
So
along.
as you come into the room, you see Bruce kneeling over where you remember the body of that one unfortunate woman being. And Bruce hears people in the room, and he stands up and he dusts himself off. And he's still smiling like a creepy fucking murderer. And he has laid her out very peacefully with her equipment across her chest. And there's a coin over each eye. Her hair has been brushed neatly out of her face. And the blood has been wiped off. And she is set very pretty.
Daedalus, while talking to you, has come into the room. And the moment he enters this room, notice he gets like this. He just got heartburn. Oh.
Hand him an acid tablet.
Sorry, that's not what this is. Evil happened here.
I take an antacid tablet. I'm aware.
Yeah. Sorry. So what happened to this one? Or do I need to ask?
She fell.
She died.
I was going to say, what, the dead one?
Real quick.
I know you guys have a reputation already, and I'm not here to order you around, but I will say that I will not tolerate murder.
It wasn't. It was self-defense.
What is this murder? As I look over at Erlindor, still confused, wanted to have a conversation. What is this murder? Constantly brought up amongst you mortals. Tell me more. I like your church.
I don't. I'm annoyed.
Erlindor turns to you. He says, it's when one mortal kills another without permission.
What is the need for permission?
In our society, we require the permission of either the person murdered or a person of higher authority. Otherwise, you've taken away their agency. We frown upon it.
Finally, someone who can aptly explain things. Now, this next thing is, people keep mentioning the passage of something that I don't understand.
Okay, can we?
A bowel movement?
Okay, you know what? That's the point where I still feel like, you know what? You can take biology later. Just not now.
So yeah, Daedalus, he steps up and he starts to, he pulls out his weapon and he prays over the corpse. And he says, so, we're following cultists. They most likely raised the undead.
Yes.
That's our theory. And
took the dwarven children.
we're getting them back.
Yes, we are.
There's no question in my mind.
We are in the pursuit.
I'm here to back you guys up. You guys are already hot on the trail, and I've come to lend my aid. And he casts the spell Guidance.
That's the best spell!
And a light shines from the hilt of his weapon and beams down a hallway, which you guys were already tracking, but
Wait,
it's like this beam will direct us straight to the children.
Guidance gives us a D4.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It gives
wasn't
us a
there
D4.
one?
We can roll it. We can add any roll.
He casts An undeterminate spell.
Plot spell.
Plot spell, and a beam
casts
of
a
light
boon for
directs him to the children.
If you don't mind, sir, I've been doing pretty well scouting these areas. If I could go ahead, and I'll.
Oh, absolutely. Do you hear me? And he goes,
Bruce is already prancing down the hall.
I move.
And my description of Daedalus earlier is he's very much like a military poster boy. He's Captain Goddamn America.
Fantastic.
Captain.
He's Captain Goddamn America, who
He's
also,
Captain Goddamn Newman.
He's Captain Newman, and he also made wax wings for his son once.
Yes, he did. Unrelated.
Hi, my name's Dillon. I wish this guy was my dad.
You got Bruce.
I don't know.
You know what? Shaking a little.
So the Dwarven warriors are saying, we're going to set up a camp here. Erlindor says that he's going to start concentrating this site. Unless you guys can think of a better place to begin, he's just going to start his way here and work his way behind you so that this infestation can't root its way forward.
That's a good plan.
Concentrating?
You said concentrating.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Erlindor pipes up, it's consecrate.
What, you mean he's not going to concentrate his forces here and then... Okay.
So
Bob, that made total sense too. Wait, what?
I dash,
Now Bob's confused.
Yeah, no, I'm confused.
I move ahead and dash to try and beat Bruce to the punch.
I go, consecration. Boring. And I move on.
You catch up to Bruce.
Erlindor, as you guys walk past, just no one understands the finer points of the art.
You overcome Bruce, who's not walking particularly fast, just sort of skipping down the hallway. He's pulled his sword back out again.
It's called a saunter.
A sachet, perhaps.
A sachet.
Yeah.
A sachet.
He's definitely sashaying.
Definitely what's occurring
Is this
here.
hip popping every time he takes a step? Just pop!
Yeah, every couple steps, yeah. And he's got Jane.
And then he's got to push it back in.
And you can see that he still has the bleeding cup in his hand, and he still has the terrifying look in his face of happiness, unbridled joy.
18 stealth.
Before you go off ahead, Daedalus turns to Bop, and kind of anyone who's listening is like, what's the story with the large man?
He's not
He's not
usually
Bruce.
happy. You know Bruce?
I've heard of Bruce, and I met him at dinner.
You remember how he's mostly morose?
The word is it that the king thinks he poisoned his brother? Or sorry, the brother, the deuce. He puts this grimace on his face like he shouldn't say that.
Real quick, since I'm still there. Up top.
I
Up,
can't. No,
low. On the slide.
As soon as everyone walks past you guys because you stop, he's like, I could never do that.
That's one more. And then I dash away. Because I gotta go stealth.
Suffice to say, he is one to watch. His mind may be breaking.
I see. I sense
I lean over
darkness
and
in
go,
him.
I lean over and say,
I sense darkness in all of you. I'm very nervous.
I'm a good boy.
You're not there. Shut
You
the
are
fuck
still tainted by the devil.
You're still stated by the
You
devil.
trigger his shit better than anybody.
Yeah.
Bing, bing, bing.
up. Hashtag trigger don't know why.
I believe he said that to you at dinner. Did you not?
No.
Oh, I didn't mention. Okay.
I didn't talk to him much. I think.
Okay. I think I wanted to work that in, but I lost
I
that
threw a
moment.
chair at my dad, so
Yeah.
this happened.
I lean over and go, I don't know anything about him. Or anyone we're with. And I pat him on the shoulder and I walk away.
Fucking
You're wait-
motherfuckers. Fucking god.
So Daedalus is standing there with just Bop now, and he's like, "This is going to be fun, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Lead the way, Master Dwarf. I will bring up the rear, where I can watch every one of you closely."
Hold on. Since
Right.
I'm not there, bringing up the rear. He is a priest.
Very well. Creep this way. And as such, I then take very light footsteps away, for a dwarf that is,
Okay,
with the 19 stealth.
fantastic.
Everyone is being overshadowed.
Wow, way to go, Daedalus. He stealths right along with you. Real good.
Does Bruce support because he's jingling so loudly?
Even if I give him disadvantage, he's still rolling 18. Go, Daedalus.
Go Daedalus. So I rolled a 21 on my stealth.
We're going ahead and stealth forward.
Bruce is rattling down the hallway like an angry wind chime.
Yep.
I'm scouting ahead of him.
Okay. So yeah, you're just following the ley lines, and Daedalus is bringing up the rear, and at first he kind of acts like, don't you guys need as you just get to a branch and immediately turn that way and everyone follows you. The gentleman, Mr. Grimm, is a fantastic little scout? No.
Bruce has a light to follow.
Tour guide.
Tour guide.
Bruce has a light to follow, right? That was the thing?
Yeah.
The beam or whatever.
Plot
Bruce can follow.
divine spell.
Yeah, if at any point you can just check in with Daedalus, unless you're going ahead.
Bruce had already... you said there was a beam that took us to it.
It's shining from Daedalus, though.
Oh.
So I've made it in front of you. You said you weren't walking particularly fast. I made it in front
I
of
just
you.
needed to know where my cadence was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me when I get to there, because I'm intentionally staying far in front.
Okay. Basically the same thing that's happening before. If you come to a branch, you might wait for the rest of the group.
Yeah.
We'll check back in. But go ahead and roll me a stealth, whatever.
18 I already rolled.
Okay. You start to go deeper, and deeper into this labyrinth. And as you start to go down, you're leaving what seems to be this old city fort area. And these starts to be more of a cavern, and there's streams that are working their way through everything. And it's starting, and you find yourself coming out to basically a river that is flowing swiftly down a hill, and you're on the banks of it when you come out. And at this
We're
point,
still underground, right?
huh? Yeah, you're still underground, but it's like this underground river, and it's at a pretty steep incline, and at this point you actually have to stop, because if you go too far forward, you run the risk of slipping. And you realize that if you slip, you are not going to stop.
Got it.
I see.
And what do? You're ahead of everyone.
So, if I move forward, I have the risk of slipping, correct?
Yeah, you could follow along the river, but you can tell that you're on the bank where it opened up into this one cavern, and you've been following this other stream that gathers. So basically, you can try, but at sections you'll have to step on the water. You'll have to step on stones. You ever followed a river? It's not always easy to continue.
Is there a ceiling?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, that's good for you.
How wide is this river?
It's a solid 15 feet across.
Okay, I pull out my 25-foot ladder out of my pack, set it down, pick it up.
All right. About this time, he's picking up the ladder, and everybody else kind of comes in, or you show up, and you see him on the other side.
It's going back in.
You have lost the ley lines because the water is running across, and it has cut the power, so to speak. Water has this ability to wash away.
Right.
In that moment that you weren't paying attention, Bruce is already at the water's edge. He has set down his sword, and he's rummaging, and he pulls out a fishing pole.
What is today?
And he sets down the cup next to him and begins to fish.
I look around and look up. It appears as though your world tree's roots are being hindered by the water. So from here on, I'm uncertain as to where to go. Very uncertain, in fact.
But you and Daedalus bringing up the rear.
Yep.
You step in, and unlike his method of travel, Daedalus's light does shine downriver.
Do you have the boat?
I do.
Okay.
I have a 12-foot rowboat.
But like I said, this is very swiftly moving water, and it's not a straight shot. It's Daedalus immediately looks at it. He looks at his armor. He looks at Bruce's armor, and he's like, Can we not jump in the water?"
I look at them, and I see that it's going straight down, and I'm going to continue.
I can smite evil. I can't smite nature.
Fucking dolphin.
I can't swim better.
That armor's not magical, is
Newman
it?
helps those who help themselves, man. We will drown.
That armor's not magical, is it?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Maybe go fuck yourself.
One.
What he said.
One version I can make it float. The other, not so much.
Language.
Shut up.
So Bruce Vicious, roll.
No.
What? What?
Bruce set down the cup.
He's not happy anymore.
And anyone who's paying attention sees Bruce pull out the fishing shit, and he's going to go fishing, and he gets the rod out, and it's about that time that the effects of the cup wear off. And then he just sort of sits there for a minute, and very somberly packs everything back up. And he doesn't pick up the cup, but he just sort of scoops it back into a pack.
Okay.
And the normal Bruce returns.
I'm using my ladder. And
Bruce, like, talk?
Bruce is a shit.
Alright.
Right.
I need to get downriver. I need to get to where that light was shining, so I need to go.
There are ladies out there who really love you, and you just killed the fucking bean flicking that was going on.
Anticipation is the best form.
Okay, fair enough.
Leave him in anticipation.
Skeleton.
Patient.
I was gonna wait till the end of the episode.
Random fact. Tim Curry had a Twitter, and he posted, "I see that you're waiting in anticipation," and he did not post another Twitter thing for 7 years.
That's evil.
And then he said patient, and that's the only thing on his Twitter, supposedly.
That's great.
Fantastic. So it's going downriver, as
Yes.
in, if we walk along the riverbank,
You
we'll
will,
get
but
there.
as I stated, the sides close in. At some point, you're going to have to find some way to breathe. It's going to be dangerous to just try to walk along the side.
Okay.
It's not easy. There's not riverbank for the whole way.
Bruce takes a couple steps out into the water. What's the footing?
Bruce puts 1 foot down and can feel caseline before he even puts weight on it.
Okay. Try to put weight on it and find no footing.
It's slippery, yeah.
Shitty footing. Shit.
Well, I guess I kept rope, so I reach in to my stuff, pull out some rope, and go, "We need an anchor."
Yeah.
Perfect!
All this is going on since I know it's downriver, right?
Yeah, you are across the street from everyone.
Yeah, intentionally. I pull out my raft, give a small salute, take off my badge, and jump in the raft.
Daedalus gets this look on his face like, is he supposed to do that on his own?
Nope.
Nobody just did.
Dillon? You are now on one hell of a wild ride. Ever been on the Matterhorn?
No, I hate roller coasters, actually.
Well, then there's no
You're
way to
about to.
describe this to you. But let me just say, it is not a painless ride.
I'm aware.
It's like what your emotions do across this D&D campaign, but also wet.
Yes!
But I'm alive at the end of this.
Are ya?
Are you? So it's,
What did you do?
Shot him in the rubber band!
Right in the ear!
Well, fucking apologize, you dickbag.
Dickhead.
I'm a little bit of an asshole.
Only threw the grenade at my eye.
best will get. So, as Bruce watches dumbass Dillon zip down the rapids to his death, he just hollers, "Good luck!" down the cave after him as he ties his 50 feet of rope to the skeleton's 50 feet of rope.
And then I go about handing rope off to everybody else who's with us.
Are we just gonna, like, are we chaining this shit? Daedalus says he's, like, really nervous. I don't know how to swim, guys. I've done a lot of things. Swimming, not one of them.
He chose a career
Bruce
path.
scoops him around the waist and just hefts him up under his arm.
It's like,
No.
That's a
No.
strength.
If I'm tied to you, you focus on not falling. You put me down.
it's like I bite my thumb, I put my ring on, I put my hat on.
Fucking swimming shit!
Yes.
I tied the rope to you too. I
forget
tied
Bob had
everybody
the
in.
swimsuit.
I'm solid with this choice, but you're kind of out. I think we'll end this episode without you in it because I don't know where you'll end up next.
I will say, for record, as I'm rushing down real quick, as I have a moment, I tie off my portable ram, which is nice and heavy, and I tie the other end to the boat, so I have an anchor when I need an abrupt stop.
Or when it just
Important for
abruptly
several
stops.
reasons. All right.
What?
Or when it abruptly stops and yanks part of your boat off of the rest of your boat.
Listen.
I mean,
only
alternatively,
need
he
5
has.
seconds.
Alternatively, he sees that something terrible is coming up ahead of him and just braces with the ram.
Listen, I have many options.
It gives him options. Some of them probably not good.
No.
You're not wrong.
That's-
Fair
Still-
amount of
that's
them
still
probably
in-
not good.
It's all the same when you gamble. All right.
And what background did I take? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Never tell Dillon the odds,
Because they always suck.
and he may need to get ahead of everyone.
Very intentionally why I was dashing ahead.
It's like chasing cars. He might have to save a life.
There's no personal risk for him right now. There's nothing that he could possibly lose.
There's a great personal risk, you fucking asshole.
Gotta work on everyone's sarcasm meter. All right. So
Bruce-
Not as though it matters to
Smashes.
me. I'd probably float.
I think you're neutrally buoyant.
Yeah.
bones sink.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
well
yeah,
then,
yeah.
Doesn't matter anyway, because I don't
A
need to
bloated,
breathe.
you
a
don't need to
bloated
breathe.
corpse can float, but bones sink.
Yeah.
Fat is what makes you float.
Yeah,
Bruce,
there's no
fair
air
enough,
really
you're
in
right.
bones,
Fat
yeah.
bones.
When Bruce ties
Depends
himself
on how airy my
1%.
bones are, I guess. Bird bones might float.
Maybe.
Yeah.
When Bruce ties himself
Not a
off at
bird
the
bone.
end. Shut the fuck up.
Dude.
When Bruce ties himself off at the end of the rope, he leaves a couple of feet off the back that he lashes to his crowbar to use as a sort of anchor.
If in a
Anywhere that
pinch,
he can.
in a pinch.
Anywhere
Okay.
he can.
So, are we just sort of going to try to get in the water? This is Daedalus. Daedalus is the voice of the DM. That's why I put him here.
Yes, Dallas, you are first down. I need to be up because
Not.
When the Thane said that we were coming down here, he said that you were in charge of this operation and you had really good planning abilities. I'm not seeing it.
well, do that or we're resting for several hours.
Bruce sets his crowbar in the shore
So this is what.
and begins to wade out the length of his short leash that he's left himself.
So that's
Full
all you have. Here, you get in the boat. I'm going to swim us
What
down.
Roll strength.
What the?
He has a boat. He has a folding
the
boat.
folding boat you gave me.
Oh, shit.
We have boats. God, do we have boats?
You bought a folding boat, and then you pulled a boat out of your
No,
pack.
I bought him a folding boat after I got the rope of useful items with tiny boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. 11.
I forgot
All right.
about it.
So you take about 2 feet out,
Everybody, into the
and you
goddamn
find out
boat.
how quickly the water gets, and it ends up at
There's
waist
already a-
deep within only like a 5-foot step.
feet.
Yeah, and you can
waist
feel
deep
the
to
pull.
you.
You feel
Yes.
the pull of this.
Yeah, it's like 5 feet deep.
Yeah, you realize that you are. If you do this, it's going to require some very treacherous footing because you can tell that it gets deeper before the bottom,
Yeah.
and that means that you're going to. That if you go any deeper, you're going to have no chance in hell.
Yeah.
So you have to stay on this edge, but that means that you're going to be fighting not only the slip, but also,
The current.
yeah, there's a lot that you're fighting.
My ass swims
Can
like
I-
a motherfucker.
Can I see if there's another shore area a ways down? We have roughly 75 feet of rope with what's lost in tying things off.
You can't, because you were the only one without dark vision.
So, how far
worried.
across is this?
But yeah, my hands are...
It was 15 river.
Okay, on the other side, is it clearer? Is it easier?
There was another bank, but you're probably gonna have to back and forth as you go down river, unless you just.
Okay, so I have us all tied together, but I put a decent amount of space between the rest of us and Bop here in the front, seeing and
Using
being
your
able
full 50 feet of rope, essentially, right?
to basically.
Oh no, he tied his. You have 100 feet.
Yeah, we have 100 feet.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah. So
So-
using the full amount, let's say you lose about half it. You're about 50 feet of people.
As you
Yeah.
start coming up to the water,
Daedalus has put himself in the center.
I think-
he feels strong enough that should something go down, he might be able to stop.
I actually didn't tie myself off yet, but I'll tie myself off later.
think,
So I'm walking freely while everybody else is tied together.
Bob's idea about the boat might be best.
Yeah.
As Bruce steps back on, I don't know if I can brace everybody's resistance.
Well, a boat is a fantastic idea. I also posit that I can notice his magical equipment there. will make him quite apt at swimming. If he were to swim across, where we would lose footing, then he just has to tie us off.
Is the opposite bank? Or does it all... You said it all narrows down.
Well, I can't see shit.
From your position, the people with dark vision, he can't see further than like 20 feet radius of his light.
Yeah.
Bruce.
You guys could see 60, but from the bank that you guys start on, you can't see around the next bend. So you don't know. You know that there's only these two banks, and then it's channeled to just river. And then maybe as it makes a curve, there might be another bank around the corner, but you'd have to...
Right, get there to find out.
From where you're at, you think if you got to the other side, you could see it.
Yeah.
All right. Bruce pulls his hooded lantern out of his pack and ignites that. Skeleton, you want me to just kind of toss you down on the end of the line and we can see what's down there and reel you back?
Just give me the line. Spider climb. Everybody get in the boat.
I don't think you're strong enough.
He's very heavy.
This is true.
Can he cast Spider Climb
Spider
on
climb.
Bruce?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this.
That's terrifying. Bruce is spider climbing.
Bruce can carry 4 times his natural capacity.
Goliath.
So you guys, solve my water riddle. Because Bruce, on a steady footing of the roof,
With everybody on a
he just
boat.
has to move around some stalactites and shit every once in a while.
Yeah, I tie the rope to the boat.
Yeah, y'all get in it, but Daedalus keeps his rope on. He's just like, I don't mind being tied to y'all. Like I said, I can't swim.
I take offense to that. Not all of us solved your water riddle because, meanwhile,
Bruce is just calmly leading the boat because the boat's ahead of you. It's gonna get pulled, but you're like,
Bruce is just slowing the boat down.
just stopping it from going wherever. Yep. Like Bruce is taking his boat for a walk.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Everybody in it.
And it's a very weird feeling as you watch this boat above you with everyone sitting in it.
It's a weird feeling.
For an hour, though. So you guys have solved my boat riddle, and honestly, I think I might have to just stop here.
Okay.
Yeah.
As Dillon bounces off of every turn and bumps into walls.
one thought in my mind, and that's all it's keeping.
You hear the
fucking
sound
going.
of things below the river scraping against the bottom of your boat, and you wonder, geez, how well is this thing constructed?
Hello again, everyone, and thank you for joining us on Torchlit Tavern. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we hope you will continue to enjoy many episodes in the future. Don't forget to like us and rate us on wherever you listen, and don't forget to share us with everybody you know so our podcast can grow. Also, don't forget to follow our show on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Podbean, Apple Podcast, or whatever your preferred podcasting service is. And furthermore, should you wish to follow our lovely players and their epic journeys, you can follow them at the following locations.
Hey guys, it's Ryan, favorite Warlock Roy, and you can find me on Twitter at RyanSCBSantos.
You can find your favorite DM, Jameson Oxford, on Twitter at Agent Beige.
And you can find your good boy Dillon on Twitter at Argo Omega. Fuck your Warlock.
Rude.